Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy indoors or in our social distancing. Happy first week of virtual classes. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Miss Shelby and I'm a ballet teacher at JSDA. So something that we thought would be fun for all of our students and also the parents of our younger students would be how to learn some staple techniques on stage makeup, especially with our recital coming up in June. And our competition students, this would also obviously be very beneficial for them with all of the competitions they will have coming up again too. So today, I thought that we would start with something that a lot of people everywhere struggle with, and that is winged liner. So I have two different techniques that I am going to teach you using a few different products. None of these products are expensive. Everything that I will be using will be drugstore or found in the drugstore section at an Ulta or a Target or wherever. And then also, I would use tape, but in this case, I am just going to use a card, like a thicker cardstock kind that has a nice straight edge across the top. If you have like a Scotch tape, that would be great to use. Unfortunately, I don't have one. So, or maybe even a Post-it note would be good, but obviously I don't, so we're using this. But it's the same idea. So to start, I have my liquid liner. This I found at Ulta. It's like $3 or something. You don't need anything fancy. This is a brush liquid liner, so it's nice and skinny. These come in lots of different styles, so it just depends on what you find to be the easiest. And then I also have a mirror that I'm going to hold up just to help me. Just a nice big mirror. And hopefully I'm not gonna block the camera, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm going to place my mirror down because I can't hold it and do this part at the same time. So I'm gonna take this card and I'm gonna look kind of down into my mirror and just line it up with this lower lash line. Now, when we're doing liquid liner or winged liner, we wanna make sure that we are always angling up towards our temple, or even like trying to meet up with the outside of our eyebrow, because on stage, obviously, we want to elongate our face and bring it upwards so that we don't look sad. If we were to go straight across, we might look bored or tired. Obviously, going down too far, you're gonna look sad. So we wanna look happy and awake and wide-eyed. So I'm gonna take my line and I'm gonna put it right here. Now, hopefully this works with a piece of paper and this liquid liner. Tape is usually best because, you know, it's stuck on there and nothing can get underneath. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to take it and line it up perfectly. Hopefully you guys can see. And all I'm gonna do is take this, push up, push down, and draw a line. Okay? And then take my paper away. Oh, do you see that? It's okay though. Okay, so from there, I'm just going to perfect my line. Again, just following along. And if something like that were to happen, it's no big deal. You can take concealer and just clean it up afterwards, after everything is dry. Now I'm gonna go from about right, not all the way to the end because you still want it to be nice and skinny, but I'm gonna go from here and just make a triangle back into my eye. So now it's open, and all I'm gonna do is close it up. So I've colored in my eyeliner, my triangle, everything is looking messy right now. But it's starting to take shape, yes? So from there, I'm just gonna take this line and using I'm not going straight in because then I have no control, but if I use the side of my brush and just kind of drag it along the top, pushing into my lash line and going all the way in to the inner corner. And then just, I don't know if you can see, but this line is not perfect up top. When I look straight ahead, it's okay, but to the side, it's kind of messy still. So all I'm gonna do is kind of thicken and bring it to this line on the inside of my eye, just to perfect it. Okay, so there you go. Now, obviously, if I had more time, I would go in with some concealer on a skinny little brush, just any little skinny brush. In this case, I have an angled brush in front of me, and I would just get some concealer on it, and then just go in and draw a line like that, and it's clean. Okay, so my next technique, which I'm going to do on this side, which is easier for beginners because you have a little bit more forgiveness, is I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. This is like $1 or something at, I think I got it at CVS or Rite Aid or something. It's just a Wet n Wild cheapy little, nothing fancy, black matte eyeshadow. So with this, I'm going to take my angled liner brush, dip it in there. And because it's a shadow, it will blend away easier if you were to make a mistake, like over here. I'm going to use a clean one so that I don't get that liquid liner all over my face again. So I'm going to literally do the exact same thing. If you feel like you don't need this, then just skip it, but I'm gonna do the same thing. Move my mirror over. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing, taking this paper and lining it up with my lower lash line and making sure it's pointing nice and up. I mean, it's meeting up with my eyebrow, so I know that it's going up and it's making a nice angle. And I'm just going to do the same thing. And just tap it in. Done. Okay, now that we have that, all I'm gonna do is grab a little bit more shadow on my brush. This is harder because I have to reach over here and not block anything. So, oh my gosh, you guys. So from here, I'm just going to make my triangle again. Okay, and then fill it in. All right, so now we've got a line. Wow, that side looks so much better. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just bring it all the way in like I did before. I'm now flipping my brush. Before I was using it this way so that I could create a thinner or more precise angle this way, but now I'm working my way in, so I'm gonna flip my brush over and just tap, okay? Now, as you can see, there's a big difference between the sharpness of this line and this is a lot softer. So that was like creating our template. So now I'm gonna go in with my liquid liner and I'm going to trace over that line. Easy. We've already done the hard part, now we just trace it. Okay, so as you can see before I went in with the liner, it was not as intense of a line and it wasn't quite sharp on the edge because obviously this is not a sharp brush. So I was able to go in after with my skinny little liquid liner and extend that line just a little bit to make it a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner. So let me see, it's hard to see. There you go. We have our liquid liners, our our winged liners, and we have two different techniques. Now all you would need to do was throw on some mascara and some lashes, which we will come to in another video in the future. And you are set for the stage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any requests for future videos, when it comes to makeup application, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.